everyone, this is Lori from the Crafting Auntie, back with you with this adorable little kit. This is Snow-Kissed Memories mini file folder booklet by Carolyn Musings, and it is the cutest. It also goes with her journal kit, which is the Snow-Kissed Memories, and I will put the link below for this little booklet. So let's get started. Let me show you what the papers look like. Okay, let's see what's in this amazing kit. And I almost started cutting it out. And I thought I better show you first. Okay, so here is one of the pages. So this is the main folder. Now I've chosen not to print on the back because after I put the hinge in, then I want to cover it up. So I'm going to add a backing paper afterwards. And that'll strengthen it even more. So you've got 3 tabs here. Then we've got the hinge mechanism. And this was just like one that we did back with the April devotional. We have some pockets here. So these pockets will go onto the file folder. So it gives you extra pocket space. I really like that. Print everything so far on cardstock. Then here's one of the file folders, and what I love about these is when you score and fold these down and fold this in place, you've got this, so you don't have to print on the back, which is nice. So you got that one. We have this one. We have this one. So pretty. And then this is the backing paper that I'm going to use after I put the hinge in, so I'm going to cut this to go inside of the actual folder, the little booklet. And then we have these tags and journal cards, cozy moments, snuggle season, love it. I'm ready for that because we're still having 80s and 90s. And then we have these cards. Now these I did print on the back. So I printed the backing paper. So we've got those. So one for each of the file folders and an extra one. And then we have more pockets. This one can go on top of that one, or you can do it independently, whatever you want to do. This one you'll have to go on the side, like the side of the file folder. I like this for the front. Do whatever you want, whatever your imagination is bringing you. I'll just put together this. Oh, I did print on the back. And then we have these cards. And I also printed on the back. So we've got these gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to cut everything out, and then I'm going to come back to you and we will assemble it. Okay, I have all the pieces cut out, so let's go ahead and put this together. So this is the front cover, so you will score here and here. Now you can use this as the inside or the outside. I've decided to use this on the outside because I want to cover the inside with these panels after I put in the hinge mechanism, which is this piece right here. So I have already scored these. And I have already inked all of the edges with the faded jeans, and this is the Distress Oxide. So anything that I need to ink after folding, like this front cover, then that's what I'm using. So we'll just do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and run my ink around the spine edges, just like that. If you don't want to ink, you don't have to. I like the ink. I think it just adds to it. Okay, so this is going to be my outside. Now my inside, I've left white because after we do this hinge mechanism, which is going to hold these little file folders, I've put one together, just this one, and it's going to have a pocket. So after we put these together, then they will go onto this hinge system. So you will score on all of these lines, and I have already done that ahead of time just to save time. So now we're going to just fold and crease each one. And it's kind of a back and forth method. because we want to make sure that this is going to move freely. And then here are the hinge mechanisms. So when it goes on, let me show you here in just a second. This will get glued down, but you will still have some room in here. So the way Carolyn has done it is that we have a hinge, and then we have a space in between, which gives us some room. And then we have another hinge. Fold back and forth like this until we get all the hinges. So we have 3 of these file folders that are going to go on here. So then we're going to skip a spot and then fold again and then fold again, and this is what our hinge mechanism looks like. So this is going to give us the opportunity now to add on to these hinges the file folders. Okay, so now that we have it this way, what we want to do next is we want to glue these hinges together on the back side. So we're going to take the first hinge and put glue, and then we're going to press that together firmly. And that is what keeps our hinges on. Now these little folds here, these little side folds, will allow for your cover to fold. So you want to make sure that you do fold those. So when this is on the cover, you're going to have that ability to be able to open and close. Okay, so we have the first one. I'm just going to give that a good press. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other 2. So on the back side, and this is on the larger pieces that you folded, not the smaller ones. So make sure you're doing the larger ones. Pinch that together, crease it down, and this is what they look like when they are creased together. So you'll have this. So this one's not done yet, so you have these. Okay? Makes a great mechanism, these hinges. Allows everything to move freely, and it works so well in projects. You can use it on a lot of various different projects. I've used the hinge system on other things. Okay, so let's press this one down really well. Okay, so now we want to make sure that this small little fold is folded as well, because that's going to allow, once our hinge mechanism and glue is glued in, for our cover to be able to move. So now we take this, and I'm going to go ahead and ink on the inside, and especially a little bit more here on the spine area, because when we glue this on, there's going to be a little bit of area showing. So I'm just going to take my glue and go all the way around. You can use whatever glue. Listen to me, my distress ink. Okay, it's early. The time changes really got us messed up around here. Buddy is up really, really early. He thinks it's 4:30, but it's 3:30. So I've been up a while. Okay, so the distress ink. And then because the mechanism will go on, you will have a tiny bit of a border here. So you just want to make sure that you've got a little bit of ink there. Okay, so now we want to make sure, let me just ink these so you can see what I'm doing. Makes it easier for you guys. Okay, so now we have our mechanism. And what we want to do is we want to line it up so that our cover will move freely like this. And that's what these little score lines are for here. So if I just lay this flat and line it up, top and bottom, and right close to that fold, and then we're going to add glue here first. And then let's carefully fold that over without moving it and line it up to our cover. And then we can press it down. Just do the best you can. Okay, so now we've got that side. And then I'm going to add the glue here so it secures our hinge mechanism to the spine. And then I'm also going to add glue here. And then we're going to do the same thing. Line it up. Make sure that our cover can move freely. And then get that put in place. And then we have our hinge mechanism added. Just like that. So when it's closed, this is what the mechanism looks like. Okay, so now we can cover the inside. And what I did is I cut 2 panels to fit. And then it'll just give us a little bit of a, you'll see a little bit of this here on the edge. And I've already inked all this up, so I'm just going to glue this down. If there's anything that's not perfect, that's sticking over, I'll just trim it a little bit if it's necessary. So this, I wanted to cover up the hinge system on the inside. That's the reason why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so just line this up to our outside cover. And then press that down. So that covers this side. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Let me just measure these for you, just so you have an idea of the sizes of these pieces. So they are 3 7/8 by just 1 mark over 5.5. So not quite 5 5/8, just a little bit over. Let's see, how do I want this? I think I want it this way. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, line it up, and then press it down. Okay, so we have our inside done, and we have our outside. I have just a little bit peeking out on this side, so I'm going to just take my scissors and just trim that off. Okay, so there's the cover so far. All right, so now let's work on our little file folders. Okay, so they're really fun to make, and they also have a coordinating pocket. So the pockets will go on the front. So all you need to do, so this is your piece. Let me just move this cover out of the way. And then the first thing you want to do is fold this. So you're going to be scoring here, 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 and here on each one. And then you want to fold this over first and glue it down. Now if you have to adjust a little bit to trim off a little bit, try and look at that before you actually glue it down, just to make sure everything will line up nicely, especially in this corner where we have the flap, and also here where the two come together. So just watch that if there's anything that you need to change. And then we fold these over. Let me just give this a press. Fold these over, and this one. And then we're going to add glue to the flaps, like this, and like this. And then we fold this piece over, line it up, and press it down. Just make sure everything lines up correctly. and then press it down. Give it a good press. Oops, this one's off just a hair. Let me just move that over. Add a little ink. Okay, so there we have that one, and this one has this pocket. No. Yeah, this pocket. Get it turned around right. Okay, so this one has this pocket, and then we'll do the same thing on this one. So again, you're scoring here and across here, gluing this down first, and adjust anything as needed before you actually glue this down, which I've already done. Look, just to make sure if I needed any adjustment at all, especially in this corner and this corner. Then we're folding this over. Oops. And folding this, adding the glue to the flaps, and then folding this piece over the top. Line it up as best you can, and then press it down. And then this one, let me just add a little bit more glue right here. And this one has this pocket, like that. Okay, so I'm going to line them up. Let's see. I want like this, I think. So this one will go this way. Let's see, maybe this one's in the middle, so I think this is okay. This one, I think I will turn around. So let's see how that looks. So we put this, and then this. Then we've got them on all three, like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the file folders first. So on this one, I'm going to glue them to the back of my hinge, and then the pocket will come over the top and cover the hinge. So on this one, we're going to be gluing right here. So let me just get an idea where I'm putting some glue. And then press it in place. And then fold it over and give it a good press. So there is the first one. Make sure this is down good. Still need a little bit right here. Isn't that cute? Okay, so let's go ahead and add the next one. Okay, so this one, we're going to do the same thing. Put it to the back, and then this will come and cover the hinge. And then we'll give this second one a good press. Fold it over, and then give it a good press here. So there we have the two. Just like that. This one just is being a little bit stubborn. Oh, I guess it's okay. Okay, and then we'll do the last one. Same way. So you just want to make sure your hinges will flow freely, and then when they're in the booklet, it looks like this. So we have all of our file folders. I'm just going to give them a nice little press here, here, so that they move freely. So there we go. Okay, so now we can add our pockets. So for this one, it lines up to this little gem that's right here. So we'll put glue on 3 sides, side, bottom, both sides and bottom, right onto the hinge, and line it up as best you can to our little gem there. And then press it down to create our pocket. Again, we'll give it a little press. So there's pocket 1. And then this one, we'll do the same thing. 3 sides. Give that a press. And then our last pocket. This one needs a little bit more glue right in here. I want to make sure it's secure. And then we'll add our last pocket. 3 sides again. Isn't it adorable? I just absolutely love this. Just make sure you're not getting too far down here so that everything will still flow nicely. And then we'll give that one a nice press too. Just use your bone folder or whatever it is you have. Okay, so there's the base of our little booklet. It is so cute. All right, Carolyn is amazing. So she made these cards, and these cards will go inside each of the file folders. So this one says, wrapped not in gold, but love so pure, a gift eternal, strong, secure, God with us, our hearts to stay, guiding through each winter day. So I'll put that one that way. And then we have this one, stillness wraps the midnight air, peace and wonder everywhere. In this calm, our souls rejoice, the world made new by heaven's voice. So I'll put that one in here. And then this one, beneath the stars so still, so bright, a Savior bore that holy night. In humble straw the King was laid, the gift of love that will not fade. So we'll put that one in there. And we have an extra one we can tuck in. Now there's also pockets and tags, and then I have this. I want this on the front. I think that is so pretty. So I'm going to add that here. So let's look at the inside here. So we've got pockets, and you can decide how you want to do them. It's totally up to you. So I think what I want to do is I want to add this pocket here. And you can do it either here or in the back, whichever you like. It's your creation, so make it to where you like it, the way you want it. So I think I'll put this one here. So I'm just going to line that up, try to get it even. And we have all kinds of tags. Let me just set these aside. Little booklet. Oh, I think the little booklet would be really cute there. Now I printed on the back, so we could tuck that in there. And then we have these pockets. So I like this one. We can put on top of each other and put it back here like that. So I think I'm going to do that. So let's put this one on first. So 3 sides. Just a very narrow bead of glue. And then put that on top of this pocket. And then we'll glue the pocket down. Now you can put these in other places as well, or you don't have to use them. It's entirely up to you. That's what the beauty of these kits are. So I think I'll put it right about there. Let me make sure it's even. Yeah. And then give it a press. Just make sure you don't get too close to your spine folds there. Okay, so we've got that, and we can tuck in all kinds of stuff. We have this little folder. Let's see. That would go there. We also have another card. We also have this gorgeous owl. We have these birds. Let's put this small tag here. And you can always put an eyelid in there. And let's have this bird peeking out. And then we also have these pockets to fill up. So I think this one would go great here. And let's put this one here. And maybe we'll just take this one back out and let's see, is that going to fit? No. Let's see, what can we put in here? Oh, maybe we'll just do this. And will this fit? No, but this will go back here, I think. We also have these little tickets so you could decorate with. So let's see. And then I have this pocket here that I want to use. I think I'm going to add this little decoration here. Snow-kissed memories. Let's put that there. I think I'm going to add this little ticket here, this one, and this one, these pockets. And then, let's see, what else do we have? Does this fit? No. I think I'm going to tuck this one in here. Then let's go ahead and put our front on. Let's do that. You can do anything you guys want. You can use different things for your front. Oh, so cute. So cute. Okay, I have one pocket left, so I'm going to put it on the back. I want to use up everything. So let's add this little pocket back here. I hope you guys give this a try. It is a lot of fun. We did this on the April devotional. There was one like this. It was so fun to create. You could put it in with your devotional. So this also goes with the beautiful kit of Carolyn's. Okay, does this fit? It might. It does. Yay! Okay. One bright star in the winter sky guided hearts both low and high. Still it shines for all who seek the light of life, the hope we keep. So I'm going to put that one right there. And let's see. I think I want to add this little guy right there. Make sure I'm doing it the right way. And I think I'll just make it a belly band. Why not? You can always tuck something else in there. If you have something else from the actual kit that you want to add to this, you surely could do that. So I think I will just do that. So we have a little belly band. We could do that there. And let's see, we need a little decoration here. So let's put this over on this side. Let me just get this card in here straight. And then we only have a couple pieces left. Snowfall Whispers. Put that there. And how about, let's put the Snuggle Season here. I think I'll just tuck that in there. Oh, wait, let's do it here. There we go. We've got everything included into this little booklet. It's done. Okay, let's do a final flip through. Okay, let's have a look at this finished product. So here's what I put on the front. Now you could get creative. You could add some resin, you could add some glossy accents, you could add some lace, you could do just about anything on this. So here's the front, and this is the piece I put on the front cover. On the inside we have this pocket, we have this little booklet you can write in. Also you can write on the back of these, and this little tag, I love this, the bird and the owl, they're absolutely gorgeous. So we have a pocket here. You can put the pockets wherever you want to on the covers. And then we have the file folders, and these all have pockets that go with them. So you have a pocket on the front to kind of cover up that hinge area, and then you have a pocket inside, and inside we have the cards. So we have this one. They fit so nicely in here. And then we have this one. So we have our pocket here, and we have our pocket here. And then we also have this one with a pocket here, and then our pocket here. And then we have our pockets on the front. So I tucked this one. I thought it went perfectly in here. And on this one, I tucked this little, isn't he gorgeous, that bird? So beautiful. I tucked that one in here. And then I just tucked in this little tag here. I haven't done anything on the top, but you can also always add an eyelet and some ribbon. So I may go back and do that. Okay, so now let's go back through and look on the other side. So here is where I put Snowfall Whispers. And then here I made this into a little belly band. So you could tuck something in underneath this if you wanted to. If you have the other kit and you have other cards, or you want to just put a scrap of paper or a little notepad in there, you could do that. And then on this one I did Snow-Kissed Memories. Let's see, what did I say? Oh, when went Snowfall Whispers. And then this is a double pocket. So we glued this one on top. I added these small cards and tickets in here. And then we have another card here and another little booklet here. You can also add paper inside here if you wanted to. You still have some room in this that you could do that. You got writing on the front and the back. And then I added the last pocket in the back, and I added this card here. Again, you can add all kinds of decorations, some laces if you wanted to here. You could make it a closure if you wanted to. It lays nicely, but you can certainly do that if that's what you decide to do. So this is the little Snow-Kissed Memories booklet. And again, I will link the kit below so you could take a look at it if you're interested. And you guys have a great day. God bless you all. We'll see you at the next video. Bye.